Okay. I need somebody to make a motion to approve the agenda as presented.
I make the motion to
Okay.
accept the next one.
Coco has made the motion to approve the agenda as presented. Is there a second to that motion?
I'll second.
Mr. Barella seconds that motion. Okay, all
Who
in
made the
approval-
motion?
All who approve say aye. Aye. All those who disapprove say nay. The ayes have it. Okay, we don't have any minutes to approve.
Before we go any further, who did the motion to,
Mr. Coca and then Mr. Barella.
Mr. Barella seconded it.
I had them backwards.
Okay. Then we'll proceed onward with an application submitted by Northgate Self-Storage LLC, Eugene Romero, for a zone change from R1, which is single-family residential, to C1, which is neighborhood commercial zone, for property located east of 1822 7th Street here in Las Vegas. So that is exactly what we will consider right now. With regards to the paperwork that we have, it says here that the purpose of the zone change request is to allow the owner to construct approximately 32 more self-storage units on the property. But as the property is currently zoned, it's not allowed, and that is exactly why he is coming for the zone change. Then on the second thing of our agenda, not the agenda, the information, you see the application made by Gene. It's pretty straightforward. And then as we go on, Gene wrote a letter to us, which I'm sure all y'all have had a chance to read. Very cordial letter. Then in the next page where he talks about the background and narrative, he explains why he thinks this would be a good idea. On Exhibit 3, it shows a copy of the warranty deed, proving that Gene and Northgate Self-Storage LLC owns this property. The next page, which is Exhibit 4, is where Maria wrote Gene back, setting the time and the place of this meeting. And then on Exhibit 5, it shows the people who would be affected by this, and that Maria sent out the correct notification for those people, and if they had any, if they had an interest to be here, this gave them the opportunity to be here. Then on it shows 7th Street. It shows the property at number 7, 515-163 is currently there, and that is what is zoned commercial. And then back behind it, stretching to the east, is the property that we're going to discuss, the subject property 015-164. Also on the next page, there's a color photograph, not to scale, showing it from a satellite view. And now just for purposes of description, up above the restaurant area is the big old tire area. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And then it shows the current storage sheds that you have stretching to the east. And that the subject property, the one that you also still want to change the zoning on, is that open area, rectangle in red, right there. So if anybody had any question, there's the notice of the hearing. The notices that certified mail was sent out to the individuals. And then on the exhibit number 9, this is a schematic drawing of what Gene would like to do and how many rental units, each an 8 by 20 unit. It is just south of the Collins Dental building, and it's bounded on the east side by the NMHU golf course. The exhibit number 11 is the staff report for the meeting. Explaining exactly what's going on, and it says comments provided by city utility departments and others. First bullet point is that no comments were requested from the utility department and others, but water, sewer, gas, and solid waste are available to the area. Electric, P&M, and cable, Comcast, and telephone, CenturyLink, are all available to the area. Talks about the nearest fire department is located on Legion Drive and is approximately a half a mile from the subject property. On Chapter 450, zoning regulations, it says the official zoning plan for the city of Las Vegas was established and adopted to serve the public health, safety, and general welfare of the community. It defines what a single family residential zone is, and it defines the proposed land use C1. And beyond that, now the interesting thing that I noted was on page 3 of 3, the last page. It says here, and I don't know why this was, why weren't signs posted at this location?
Because I only had 3 days to work on the project. When I came back from my, I took some time off to take care of my husband because he had surgery. I got back on the 25th and I had 2 days to prepare everything, so I didn't have time to go post.
Okay, that's fine.
And so I apologize. And then I did some boo-boos too.
Not asking for an apology, Maria.
And then I also, if you look at the vicinity map, I put that this center is notifying you because you own property within 100 feet excluding public right-of-way of the proposed, I put proposed variance instead of zone change. But people called me up as if it was going to be a zone change or a variance. And so I told them, that's when I realized I had messed it up. But I had received no other comments. They just wanted to know what was going on, and I told them. And no negative comments.
Okay.
All of them were very,
Thank you, Maria.
a couple of people that
And
called me just,
I wasn't trying to embarrass you in any way, I'm sure.
no, it's just been March and April have been awful for me, so,
Okay. Well, I hope it gets better for you, Maria.
thank you.
All right, now let's go to the discussion phase. Will you, Eugene, what would you like to say? Wait,
I
we have
actually,
to swear you in
Well, I think I need to step out if I'm correct.
Yeah, you can step out.
No, you can step out here. Yeah.
Yeah, right. where
And then you
Mr.
can do
Morris
whatever
is.
else you need to present, and
Yeah.
Morris, whoever.
And in all reality, what I wanted to do to just stay as far away from it as possible is I asked Mr. Madrid to come and represent me
Okay.
today.
Well, both of y'all will stand,
Yes, sir.
raise your hand. Do you swear to tell the truth and the whole truth, so help you God?
I do.
Okay. Then note that they've been sworn in, Maria, in the minutes. And Mr.
Sorry
Madrid?
about that. I'm sorry about that, my phone went
Oh,
off.
heck, that, good Lord, guys, you know, we're all,
Mr. Chair, members of the commission, I'm Morris Madrid. I've seen a few of these applications in my experience, and this one is kind of a no-brainer, so I'll be very, very brief. And I know your time is very valuable. I want to thank you for showing up today. It's not an easy time, and your time is valuable, so we'll try and get through this fairly quickly. You've been through the packet. You've seen the disclosure of the possible conflict. That's in the record now. That's a good thing. You'll notice that all the required elements of the application have been met. So there's no question that the required elements are in the packet. They are present. There are some positive impacts that are not mentioned anywhere. And you all are the primary body outside of the city council that's responsible for promotion and compliance with the city's master plan, which is a plan for development and future growth of the city. A couple of things that this achieves is, the primary one is it eliminates a little spot zone that has existed there for a long time. Probably speculation that it might become part of the golf course. I don't know. It's been that way for years. It doesn't matter now. That's one of the primary goals of the master plan, is to eliminate spot zoning. Another primary goal is to promote infill, whether it's residential or commercial or industrial. The idea is to fill in within the city limits and prevent sprawl that's uncontrolled. This achieves both of those things. The test that's not defined in any of the ordinances is it reasonable and is it a good fit? This is both. It's a good fit because a similar business exists right next door. It's the same thing. It's an expansion. It's not going to create any different type of eyesore. There's no environmental impact. Doesn't require any water. Doesn't affect drainage. It's just an expansion of land that's not presently being used now. So there's also economic development impact. There's a possibility of creating another full-time and a few part-time jobs. Those are all elements that should be considered. I did sincerely try and find a negative impact to go with all these wonderful points that I'm telling you about. I couldn't find any. I don't think there are any. I think that this is a
can
good
I ask a
thing.
question?
Yes, sir, Mr. Chair.
Excuse me for interrupting. You said something, there's no water drainage impacts.
No,
So the drain, and I presume it'll all be paved around the units.
it'll be a hard surface. It may not be asphalt. It'll be
Oh,
a hard
okay.
surface.
All right.
And
I was
it's,
just
and part
curious
of that's
about the
already there.
drainage.
Yes.
Okay,
Mhm.
go ahead, I'm sorry I interrupted.
And no, that was it. I just wanted to let you all know that there is no downside to this request. And I stand for any questions.
Okay. Mr. Burrell, do you have any questions, sir?
No, I don't.
Okay. Mr. Coca?
Well, I'll go back to my original question when we were talking about the last time. What about entrance and exit? Is that going to impact the area there?
No, actually, the access and egress, if you look at your site plan, is going to be through the existing business. The existing storage unit have their own secured gate. They would access through that same gate, go around through the back, and access these units. There would not be another entrance.
Well, I was just noticing that the existing storage and the proposed new storage, they do not connect to the back. The Big O and the other shop, they go all the way to the back. There's no way that you can go from.
Northgate self-storage goes right up to the golf course.
Okay,
There's a gap between the fence and the storage units that allows a gate to be put in here to allow the new units, access to the new units.
I couldn't make that out on this.
But
Pictures
yeah,
of
you
the
can
cabin.
see it on this one. Because you guys enter right now through, that's where the gate is, through Big O, right?
Right.
No? Where's the
No.
gate?
No,
The gate is at 1822 7th Street, not
No.
1820.
So where the self-storage office is,
I know,
and
yeah.
right where the gate is, there's a fence there. It's to the north of Big O.
Oh, okay, now I
It's on
see
the north
it.
side of
Now I
the
see
Big O
it, now
building.
I see it.
Okay. Yeah, I've never been in there, in that area, so I didn't know.
so where that black is, that will be where the entrance is?
I'm not sure. I don't
Okay,
have your
yeah,
diagram.
Yeah,
It would abut the, it would be close to the fence on the Highlands University Golf Course.
right.
It would be on the east end,
Yes, sir, I noticed that.
right, right on the new borderline.
But see, that's what I don't understand either.
Ma-
May I come around?
If you look at this site plan here, right where it says, where the scale is,
Uh-huh.
right there is where the gate would be. They'd have to come around and enter through right there. That's why there's that gap in these buildings here, to provide for that access. So there would not be a new entrance
Oh, I
created
see.
from the outside. It would be
Yeah.
internal,
I see now.
from one set of storage units to the other.
Right. So in order to access these storage units, you'd have to go through the other set.
Yes, exactly.
And that's mainly
Exactly.
for security, I would imagine.
Yes.
Okay.
So these two storage units are gonna be one and the same owner?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, because, and it'll become essentially one large property with one large business
Right.
for one purpose.
Well, the fact that, as you said, it's gonna add, no matter how many jobs we have, add another full-time person and a couple of part-time peoples, that's positive to me. And I agree with you about the spot zoning. It's something that needs to be constantly worked on. And I know for a fact that there's a lot of people looking for storage units, and they're awful difficult to find.
Especially today.
So, those are just some observations that I make. So that's gonna be hard packed, Gene, that's gonna be hard packed?
It's already hard packed. I actually, we put in some 1-inch spec gravel, more like a base course. And, the little bit of snow that we did get,
Right.
it was rolled and then it snowed on it, so it's very hard packed. Yes,
I
sir.
bet that's right.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I was just curious about that.
And out of just plain curiosity, these storage units will be metal, brick,
Metal.
foam,
Metal,
metal?
Heavy
All
metal.
Just like,
Just like the other storage units,
they'll be a little different, but they'll be heavy metal.
heavy metal, okay. Then that solves a possible fire issue.
well, no. I don't know how close a fire hydrant is to that, but
If
But
you
the
want
fire
me to
department's
respond
on-
to that, I can tell you that there is a fire hydrant on the facility.
Oh, is it?
On the
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
And the fire department's only half a mile away on Legion, so if there was an issue, they could get there pretty pronto.
Yeah, that's a big plus.
Yeah, I agree. All right. Do you have any questions, Mr. Brown?
Are your customers going to be able to drive into the property
Yes, they are.
and tell them that they can't go around it?
They can access in and come out the same way.
Right.
It's not a loop. They can't go out a different way than they came in. But there will be plenty of room for them to take their trucks in or trailers and back up and do whatever they need to do. Absolutely.
So these storage units are gonna be erected on the north border to act as a fence also, or?
They're going to be erected on the north, west, and south sides, kind of a horseshoe shape.
So it's just going to be a perimeter?
Yes,
Yes, sir.
yes.
Okay.
So it's not gonna require fencing on the north side then?
There is a fence, can I?
No, it'll be fenced all the way around, won't it?
Well, that depends on whether it gets approved. Fencing isn't required for these secure type, but that could be, it's a consideration, but not today.
But it's not required.
Not required, no.
Maria, what would be the setback on those sheds?
Commercial, I don't recall. I don't think commercials have any setbacks. Let me see. All it says, development standards, business in enclosed buildings. No principal structure shall exceed 2 stories, 30 feet in height. Lot area none required. Unless it's for a multifamily unit. Front yard 25 feet minimum, side yards 5 feet minimum, except when adjoining an R district. Rear yards 20 feet, and they meet those. And the property to the north is, oh, let me look at that. I just had it. Okay.
To the north is Collins Dental, and there are no structures that abut the property.
They're all commercial
Yeah.
to the north, so 5 feet, more or less. And then to the south is commercial also, so
Will it all be lighted at night for security purposes? I mean, will there be poles with security lights on them?
There'll be some security lighting. The entire facility won't be lighted all night long, no. But to address the concern regarding the setbacks, those are, as you know, are primarily for public safety, police, fire, ambulance access, that type. There are no structures near there. And the setbacks, even though they're not required, will be met.
yeah, they do meet the setback requirements for,
Okay.
but it's not, like I said, it's not within an R district, so, except for Highlands University, which is actually part of it is RA, and the planned community. So, but they still meet those really well.
All right. Any other questions? Discussion? Thank you, Mr. Madrid, appreciate it.
You're welcome. Thank you, Mr. Chair. Thank you.
Are y'all ready to vote? All right, Gene, if you will go outside for just 1 second. Oh, I would like to make a motion that we accept this, now it's my turn.
Your turn.
I would like to make a motion that we accept this application as presented. So there you are.
I'll second
Okay.
that the motion be approved as presented.
Mr. Burrell has seconded it. All those in favor, raise your right hand. All those opposed, the motion passes unanimously. Maria?
So it'll be a recommendation to city council to approve it.
Oh, yes, ma'am. All right. Is there any other business that anyone would like to take up?
I'd just like to let you know that I'm scheduling another one for May 31st, Tuesday, because we're off on Monday for holiday.
Right.
And we're gonna have variance, special use, a zone change, and a subdivision for that one.
I may not be here. I have to go to Texas for graduation, and but I'll let you know more particularly as the time gets closer, Maria.
Okay, yeah.
Did you say May 31st?
Yeah, it's a Tuesday.
Okay.
And the only reason I did it on Tuesday was because we have a holiday on the 30th, which is the regular day.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I've been working on, trying to catch up on a lot of stuff, so.
Okay. All
And you-
right. Do I hear a motion to adjourn?
I'll make a motion that we adjourn.
Is there a second to that motion?
I'll second the motion.
Mr. Varela made the motion to adjourn, seconded by Mr. Coca. And all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. We are adjourned. Vote with your feet. All right.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you,
I
sir.
appreciate you coming in here, we really do.
How's your husband, Maria?
He's doing better.
Thank you, Mac.
Good to see you, sir.
You too. Mr. Coca,
That's a good thing.
thank you, sir.
He's doing better?
He's actually doing really good. He still gets tired easily, but he can't lift or bend over for, like they said, 3 months because of the kind of surgery. Hey, I'll let you know as soon as they let me know about what's gonna happen with council meeting. I'm supposed to schedule it for next week,
Okay.
but they were gonna try to find out, so I don't know when it's gonna be scheduled.
All right,
Okay,
thank you.
okay.
Well, I'm glad he's doing better.
Yeah, well, he's even actually been to work a couple of times, because he works out at Pandaray. So, but they were out there yesterday all day. He came home tired, because they were evaluating, the people from FEMA were here.
Oh, were they?
Uh-huh, so they were over there evaluating everything so that FEMA can take care of helping him fix stuff, the water system.
I think the government ought to get over here and take care of business as quickly as possible.
Maria, I've got a daughter-in-law, Lisa, up there at Monterey, and then Delia and Ron Williams are up there. Do you know anything about the
I
houses?
don't know anything about the houses. All I know is they lost, the last time I heard, they had lost 10, but way up in the mountain.
Higher up, yeah.
Way up in the mountain.
They lost all of them.
They lost then there's a lot of houses up there.
Yes, there is.
But those are the,
But it burned up the,
it burned out their cafe,
uh-huh.
and it burned out the offices where they were doing all their paperwork.
Right.
And
Burned out
so,
those apartments coming up to it.
I'm not sure about those.
Yeah, I think they did. I think it did.
And then they're gonna have to I think they have 5 tanks, 5 or 6 tanks they're gonna have to refurbish too. And those are the ones that were higher
The
up,
water tanks.
the water tanks, and Gima said they take care of it. They're just going to,
It's a dang this thing. Pretty sad.
Well, we were ready, we got everything ready because we thought it was gonna jump on 518.
Yeah.
Cross over 518,